There was no one murdered by any of the protesters, even the malcontents and the hooligans and the vandals. None. Those people didn't physically cause the death of any police officers, yet that's what we were told. In the case of Officer Brian Sicknick, we were told that that police officer was murdered in the Capitol. The video footage Tucker Carlson airs thoroughly debunks this false narrative.
And several police officers in the meantime.
But Brian Sicknick should not be reduced to a prop for the political ambitions of the Democratic Party. He was a human being. The facts of his life matter, including how he died. To this day, media accounts describe Sicknick as someone who was, quote, slain on January 6th. The video we reviewed proves that is a lie. Here is surveillance footage of Sicknick walking in the Capitol after he was supposedly murdered by the mob outside. By all appearances, Sicknick is healthy and vigorous. He's wearing a helmet, so it's hard to imagine he was killed by a head injury. Whatever happened to Brian Sicknick was very obviously not the result of violence he suffered at the entrance to the Capitol. This tape overturns the single most powerful and politically useful lie that Democrats have told us about January 6th. And it was indeed a lie. The January 6th committee knew perfectly well that Brian Sicknick was walking normally through the Capitol after he was supposedly murdered by Trump supporters. And they know that because they saw this tape. We can be sure because the footage contains an electronic bookmark that is still archived in the Capitol's computer system.
Of all the video footage that Tucker Carlson aired, that might be the most devastating for the left's narrative on January 6th. Because they can always deny, oh, we didn't look through the 44,000 hours of footage. We didn't know. They can misinterpret this, that, or the next. But to know that the Capitol computers that Tucker Carlson's producers used to access this footage, to comb through it, to document, or to pull this documentation from January 6th to show us what happened, that there are timestamps, there are bookmarks that show that someone else accessed it and show when it accessed it, when someone else accessed it, to know for a fact that the January 6th committee knew that Brian Sicknick was alive, that he wasn't beaten to death by a fire extinguisher, by a Trump supporter, which is what we were told. They knew they were lying to us. They knew it, but they didn't care because they thought, well, Nancy Pelosi is never going to give the public this video footage. How would anyone ever be able to disprove our lie? And this lie was crucial to the entire narrative of January 6th. If it weren't deadly, would people really be that interested? If it weren't an insurrection, would people really care that much? They deliberately lied, and the timestamp shows that they were in full knowledge of the truth as they sat before us in a staged show trial produced by an NBC producer, looked us in the eyes through the camera, and lied to us. These people who are supposed to be in the United States Congress representing us. That might be the most chilling part of the entire investigation that Tucker Carlson has unveiled